is a video about cloning.
A clone is a cell or an organism that is genetically identical to the individual from which it was derived.
Hey! Wait, who's that?
Dolly? Dolly? History!
From the first sea urchin that was cloned until now the cloning humans!
We are going to be talking about pros and cons of cloning animals.
How it works. Ethics and controversies about cloning humans.
History of cloning animals.
I'm Gertrude Wiener, and let's go through the history of cloning. In 1885, the first clone was a sea urchin, where they made two cells of the sea urchin, and they separated the two cells. The individual cells then grew into the full-grown sea urchins. That's cool. In 1963, J.B.S. Haldon was credited to have coined the term clone. Clone. In 1996, Dolly was the first mammal cloned from a cell of an adult from an adult animal by Ian Woolman. In 1999, Chinese scientists claimed to have cloned a human embryo to the stage where the stem cells would be harvested and cultured. In 2003, Dolly unfortunately had to be put down by anesthetic injections because of lung cancer.
How it works.
So one guy, he just decided that I want to be cloned. So basically, you have to take a stem cell out of him. You see, and then you have to take out the nucleus, take out the DNA, and then there's a girl. Okay, we're gonna give her a dress, and you take out an egg cell of hers, and then you take out the nucleus, so then only the membrane is left, the enucleated cell, and then you can put them together and then start the cloning process. Yeah, or you can have the enucleated thing and the skin cell and then fuse it together, fuse, and then you can start the cloning process. And both processes can turn out to have a baby, cloned baby, BB.
Pros, cons are worse than pros.
Ew.
Welcome to Pro News, and we are your hosts.
I'm Advan,
And I am Touches.
and together we make
Advantages. Today we're going to talk about cloning of animals.
In 2003, they cloned another type of ox called the Bantam.
If you use cloned animals, then they're all genetically identical. Therefore, the response to the drugs will be the same.
It is also very good for the fields of medicine because the same people who cloned Dolly also cloned other sheep that produce milk which contains the human protein essential for blood clotting. Protein can be purified for the milk and given to humans whose blood does not clot properly.
Interesting. In 2008, the FDA, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, proved that cloned animals' meat/milk are as safe as the non-cloned animals now. Farmers are free to use clones of animals with desirable agricultural traits, such as high milk production.
They can also build populations of endangered animals. For example, in 2001, they cloned the first endangered species, which is a type of Asian ox named Guar. In 2003, they cloned another type of ox called the Bantam.
Another advantage is that there's the ability to clone deceased pets to replace the dead one.
Thank you. Welcome to Con News, where we talk about the cons of animal cloning. Cloned animal embryos cannot develop into healthy individuals. In fact, Dolly was the only one out of 277 cloned embryos that they tried out. Premature aging, problems with the immune system, shorter lifespan, because when the cell goes through the normal round of division, the tips of the chromosome called telomeres shrink over time. The telomeres are too short to divide and the cell dies, like how we die. So when you take a cell from the adult from the clone starts off with a shorter chromosome than usual, so the shorter lifespan, and you die. We all die. There are also adverse health effects, increase in birth size, variety of defects, and vital organs such as liver, brain, or heart. Thank you.
Let's talk about ethics in human cloning.
Yeah.
Well, cloning can help the medical field. Okay, for example, there are two brothers and one of the brothers get cloned. Then his bone marrow could help his brother who has leukemia. There are physical harms. There's a bigger concern if you offer women technology as a mechanism to facilitate reproduction, given the potential harms as the expected miscarriage rate.
Cloning could totally help society because if a couple has miscarriage and they lose a baby, they can use cloning to help them fulfill the parental dreams. What about the family and society problems? We have so many problems because what about if the daughter is actually the mother's like direct clone and the father-daughter relationship would be so weird? And what about the mother and daughter relationship?
Yeah, and cloning can also be a way to avoid passing on deleterious genes that run in the family. Yeah, okay, and can you imagine like having the exact same person of another person who already exists? If they're genetically identical, you don't even have your own identity.